Hello, today we're going to learn to read the notes on the treble and bass clef. Let's start with the treble clef. That is the one that we usually use to play the right hand on the piano, not all the time, but most of the time, and most of the instruments use. We're going to start with the treble clef, also the one that we mostly use for the right hand of the keyboard. And we're going to be looking at the notes that are in between the lines. For example, this is a line, this is another line, and here is a note in between the line. One line, another line, the note in between the lines. This is another note in between the lines, and this is a note in between the lines. And these four notes, sorted in this way, form the word phase, because this is an F, this is an A, this is a C, and this is an E. So this is an easy way to remember the name of the notes that are on the treble clef in between the lines using the word phase, F, A, C, E. So if we found a note here, we just go phase and we know that this is a C. For example, check out these notes. We have that here. We have a note. If you go with the phase thing, F, A, C, this is a C. Let's go and check this one out. It's phase. This is an A. This is an easy one. This is the first word. This is going to be an F for phase, and this one is going to be the last letter of phase. It's going to be an E. Still working on the treble clef, which is the clef that we mostly use for the right hand on the keyboard and the piano. We're going to be looking at the notes that are on the line. For the notes that are on the line, we're not going to be using phase because it's not going to work. We're going to use the phrase, every good boy deserves football. For example, this is an E, every good, G, boy, B, deserves the football, F. So we just look at the initial of every word, and we're going to be able to figure out what the name of a note is. For example, this one here, every good boy, and when you write boy with a B, that is a B. That only works on the treble clef. Let's check if it works. For example, here we have that note there. We're going to go every good boy, this is a B, and for this one, every good, this is a G, every, that's an E, every good boy deserves, this is a D, the D that is the first letter of deserves. Let's look at the bass clef, this one here, which is the one that usually we use for the left hand of the piano. For example, the notes that are in between the lines, what we call it the spaces, are going to form a phrase that we can use to remember it. All cows eat grass. For example, all, this is an A, yeah, this is a C for cows, this is an E for eat, and this is a G for grass. So the whole word, by using the phrase all cows eat grass, we can remember the name of the notes that are on the bass clef in between the lines. Let's see if we can apply it in real life. For example, here we have a note that if we follow the phrase all cows eat, you write it with an E, therefore this is an E. All cows, this is a C for cow. So here we have an all, this is an A for all, and here we have all cows eat grass, therefore this is a G, as we write grass with a G. When it comes to check the name of a notes that are on the bass clef but are on the line, we use the phrase good boys do fine always. I'm sorry, we always speak about boys, but these are the more popular phrases to learn the notes. Now this end is going to be a G for good. On the next line we're going to find the note B that we can use for boys, the D for do, the F that we remember through fine, and the A that we use in this case for always. For example, this is a note that if we use the phrase good boys do, this is going to be a D. To work this out, we just use good boys, therefore this is a B. This is obviously a good is a G, and this one good boys do fine, therefore this is an F. We haven't got example of an A here, but if we had to discover something that is on this line, it's gonna be good boys do fine always. Below in the description of this video you'll find links where you can find exercises to practice your note reading skills.